The ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the lefty, 5'11" out of Oregon, Dillon Gabriel.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Out of the gun, Gabriel. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. Threw him up the sideline at the 45, and he's going to be taken down on the other side, the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll go back to Ford on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Gabriel. He'll step up and run. And a nice run, sliding to a home. A pickup of 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On the zone read, this is Gabriel. That one good for 18 yards, and to the 18-yard line. That's good for another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for one extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
They go with the rookie out of Ohio State, Quinshawn Judkins. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 14-yard line. Here's second and 6. Shotgun snap to Gabriel. Over the middle and caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down They've set up first and goal.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
This defense packed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Again, it'll be 4. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop it for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll try and run it. It's 4. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They snap it to Gabriel. Good blocking, and he's in. Dylan Gabriel. Touchdown, Browns. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Now after the play, he'll stop it. We have an injured Dolphin. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, Malik Washington. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Very hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, they're due for a lot of points.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Tua. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards. And back-to-back 1st downs.
1st down, Miami.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. So after 1, It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the second quarter. A couple of first downs, and the football is out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. Play action. Tagovailoa. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. And now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. That's caught. It's Westbrook-Akine. And he's in. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Miami.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins come right back to tie it at 7. Team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Browns offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Gabriel. He'll let one go down the middle. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head, because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction, because that defender got both hands on it, but just couldn't come down with the pick.
Now, here comes the screen for Ford. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
So was a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing on third down, Gabriel under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
So on fourth down, the lefty Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Now fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Dolphins offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. That's caught downfield by Waddle. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 41 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Tua will give it to Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Miami.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
In motion, it's Waddle. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Throwing is Tua. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
Every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here comes third and 6. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Patterson now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Dolphins will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Gabriel. Downfield for Njoku. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. To gain of 43 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's Gabriel. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Gabriel. The ball comes out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. The kick is perfect right down the middle. And the Browns are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tua. We'll get this into the hands of Devon Achane. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Here's Tagovailoa. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devon Achane coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Third and 6. Now Tua. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Brown's going to use the last of their timeouts now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this 1st half. So, on 4th down, Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Browns offense going to get it one final time. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the 1st half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the 2nd to get this ball carrier going. This last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Man in motion here is Washington. That's caught on the right side by Waddles. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Gain of 19 yards.
Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Taken in by Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Tunga Vailoa. Now a screen. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Tua gonna throw. This one caught by Waller. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big-time play for the Dolphins. It covers 51 yards.
This is one of those plays, Mike, where just everything aligns. It's the right play call, the right target, an accurate ball, and then a lot of room to run after the catch. So if they can continue to find these matchups and these holes in the secondary.
No chance at all. He'll go down.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off. Ain't no other king in his rap thing, make siblings, nothing but my children. What? They disappearing. I'm in the city with a flag, we getting thrown like those glass in the cameras padlock around the building.
Going in the wrong direction. Now 2nd and goal from the 12. Tua. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and goal. Back to throw is Tua. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to the 16.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within 1 possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
Comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Y'all gotta pop my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. Anybody know Power Rangers? Also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. Open this drive on the ground with 4. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle's made just shy of the 40.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, here's Gabriel. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up second and
8. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. A run with the fullback, Inglow. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put it into that play really before it ever got started.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. On play action, it's Tungo Bailoa. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
brings up second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Achan. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. A shotgun snap for Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
That's taken at about the 14. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gabriel. Off road, right side, taken by Njoku. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Throwing is Gabriel. He'll find his rookie wide out protection. 13 yards on that pass play. It's a Browns 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
They'll run once more with 4. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Gabriel. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line.
19-yard line.
Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll run this one straight ahead with Aiken. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
At this this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. In motion, it's Waddle. Once again, it's Achane. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Here's 2. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at... Gabriel going to keep it on the zone read. They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd down, 8 for the 1st down. Shotgun snap to Gabriel. This one complete right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That pass play good for 22. 1st down, Cleveland. They'll drop to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
At the 19-yard line.
A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Here's Gabriel. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Quick throw, taken in, and he is very close to the 1st down, but eyeball, he is shy of it, and they say it's 4th and inches.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this 4th down. They need their best play. Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now, 1st and goal. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but me, my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
Now remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. They're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. And now the decision is go for two. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. They'll run. This is for the lead. And he's not gonna get there. They stop him short, and this remains a one-point game.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that two-point play. Barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal, here comes the onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.